Good afternoon. Seems strange after over 2.5 years of saying good morning to start saying good afternoon. But let me tell you something. I'm I've had 2 nights in a row that I've gotten better sleep. And that's one of the objectives of getting of switching around the time that I do my videos. Prior to doing the videos, I used to wake up around 3:30, 4 o'clock every morning anyway, or at least most mornings. But the truth of the matter is, many mornings when I started doing my videos and I started having something to do when I got up, probably prevented me from getting as much sleep and rest as I'd like because I was wondering, what am I going to talk about? Now I have all day in which I can do several times of periods of meditation, not just one, prior to doing my video. So I get to think about it a little bit more and ponder what I'm going to talk about and allow events of the day and things that I read and stuff to perhaps have an impact or an influence on me in what I talk about. Anyway, all that to say that this is the title for today. Rumors of Peace and the Probability of Good News. Those who grew up in Bible-thumping churches, as I did, will remember the warning of the last days. There will be wars and rumors of wars, and when they say, peace, peace, sudden destruction will come. Well, as I re-examine my life and connect with visionaries in various parts of the world, I see something else. We choose to share rumors of peace, real peace based on a foundation of truth and justice for all. We choose to ground our visions and co-create a world where good news is not a pipe dream in some airy-fairy never-never land. I want to do my part and play my role. After all, helping establish the kingdom of heaven on earth has long been my vision. The last days have come and gone. We are now in the first phase of a new world order of peace and prosperity for all, of celebration and homecoming. I noticed a couple of minor mistakes. I forgot a letter there, and I skipped 2 spaces instead of 1 here. Fixed. Just put the save button. Yes, indeed. I grew up as a fundamentalist Christian, and our pre-tribulation rapture theory and pre-tribulation millennialism was the way that I was taught. And it was all about wars and rumors of wars. And it was all about not trusting those who say they're wanting to bring peace. And if it's the people that are in government that are saying that they're working for peace, their track record is a pretty piss-poor example of people that work for peace. They're the ones that constantly create war. They create war where there's no need to create war. They create war because people won't dance to their drum beat. They won't follow their lead. And so they create wars. It's been that way all of our lives and before any of us were even born, except for maybe the old man from Asia, whoever he is. Supposed to be one of the immortals, and there might be immortals living on Earth. I don't know. Do you? I mean, know for a fact. Everything is possible. Anything is possible. But I believe that there is actually in my lifetime a probability of good news, and that good news is going to be peace and prosperity for everyone. I believe that because I choose to, number one, and I choose to pay attention to other visionaries like myself who have a similar vision, and we resonate together. And together we can raise the vibration. Now, when I've been tired lately, and I've gone through some of the disappointments that I've experienced earlier in the year, especially in the relationship department, I mean, I was feeling pretty overwhelmed. I'm starting to lift out of that, and I'm choosing again to start connecting and communicating more with I mean, there's been communication all along, don't get me wrong, but I want to focus more attention on communicating with people that have a message that's uplifting. By the way, uh, I have rearranged the schedule with Peter and with Aristo to do our videos on Tuesday mornings and Friday mornings. Peter will be Tuesday mornings and Aristo will be Friday mornings until further notice. And their videos will not just simply be recorded on those days. They will be uploaded hopefully by late afternoon at the latest. They will be able to be uploaded and shared with everyone as soon as they're ready to go. Unlike what I've been doing is I've been uploading them and getting them ready the day before and then putting them up early in the morning at my normal time. Well, now it's going to be, hopefully, the day that I record it is going to be the day that it's going to go up online. So every day there will be a video, and perhaps, I mean, there are other people that I'd like to have conversations with. I wouldn't mind, quite honestly, having conversations with at least one or two other people. Maybe not every week, but every once in a while. Although people really do appreciate Aristo and Peter and their particular perspective. I mean, Aristo earned that right in his many commentaries that he made from the time that he started listening to me in whenever it was in 2011 during the ninth wave, the lead up to the ninth wave. He began communicating with me and even compiled a whole year's worth of my videos with his commentary. I forget what that book was called, but there is an ebook to that effect. Email me and I'll send you the link if you are desirous of looking at that. In any case, there are visionaries that are working on wonderful things. The Venus Project is one. What's the guy's name in Belgium that's from Iran? The scientist, the engineer, whatever. The Quiche Foundation. There are people working on new economic systems. There are people working with the OPPT and building on the OPPT to create a new financial system for the world. This is happening. I mean, there's many visions. There's many people doing different things. Not everybody's pulling in exactly the same direction. But one thing I think is pretty common is we're tired of the lies. We're tired of a system that is based on propaganda and untruths and half-truths and perverted realities. And everything in the old system, in the old world order, is a perversion. There is going to be a new world order, and it's not going to be the one that Brzezinski and the Rockefellers and the Rothschild may have envisioned. It's going to be a different new world order, more along the lines of what Heather envisions, Heather being the one that created the One People's Public Trust, and the other trustees, Caleb, and I always forget the other guy's name, but the guy from Hawaii. But in any case, there are people. What I'm trying to tell you is there are people working together for something that's really good, to bring about a real peace based on truth. There can never be peace when liars are the ones that are saying peace, peace. So the Bible prophecy is right. When politicians are saying peace, peace, when business leaders and owners of corporations and owners of mainstream media are saying peace, peace, they're lying. Because if their lips are moving, they're lying. That's just what they are. If it's lawyers and bankers, the odds are pretty good that they're lying. Now, that doesn't mean that every banker and every lawyer is going to be lying all the time. Heather's an attorney. She gave up her bar, but she's an attorney. There are good attorneys. I know some of them are my friends that were former attorneys, but the law profession was corrupted, just like banking. If banking was ever not corrupt, I don't know. But it certainly has become blatantly corrupt in our lifetime, and now we're aware of it, which means, point blank, that they're not going to be able to get away with the fraud anymore. They're simply not going to be able to carry it on, and there's all sorts of cracks appearing. There are rumors of peace and prosperity that are breaking out. I look at rumor mill news. There's lots of rumors there. Some of them I think are propaganda, just like on the mainstream media, but some of them aren't. And I don't always know the difference between what's propaganda and what's real, because I want so much to believe that something good is going to happen that I tend to resonate with those that say that that's what's going to happen. However, just because I resonate doesn't make it true, but it doesn't make it not true either, because so much has come to the surface, because so much of the underworld has been raised into the conscious level of not all of humanity, but a significant portion of humanity, certainly a critical mass. We've reached that 100th monkey level, and it can't be reversed. There is going to be peace and prosperity for humanity. That's a given. How it's going to come about and all the steps involved, I don't have all the answers. And I don't know that there's anybody that really does. Maybe the old man that I keep hearing about, this old man in Asia. I don't know who he is. I don't know his name. I don't know that I've heard his name. Maybe I have, maybe I haven't. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure if I heard a name, if he's the actual one that's the person who's in charge. I don't know any of that stuff. But I keep my ears and eyes open, and I keep looking at what comes across in the rumors that I see on the internet. The internet isn't 100% truthful. I'm not going to try to tell you that everything you read on the internet and the alternative media is fact. Just like the mainstream news has been not just infiltrated, but totally taken over by the establishment. The establishment also has moles and people in the alternative media planting false ideas. I believe that some of Tim Turner's, for example, some of the advice that he was being given by people that did not have his or the people's best interest in heart, and they laid traps for him. I still don't believe he did anything wrong, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Lots of people have been arrested and paid high prices because they've been entrapped, and the old system is a system of entrapment. It's a system of human slavery, and it's time that, if you don't know that already, it's time that you learned that and accepted the fact that things are not what we've been told, whether it's our religion, whether it's the mainstream media, whether it's our politics, whether certainly if it's in the financial realm. People are notorious liars in that, because the whole financial industry is based on lies. It's all false. It's all fraud. There's no such thing as a lawful contract in the current financial system. It doesn't exist, because there's so much that's hidden from at least one of the parties, and sometimes even the parties that are in the financial institutions. They may not even know all the truth. They too, the individuals that you're dealing with, may be technically innocent in that they don't know. They really don't know, because they haven't been taught. Somebody at the top of the pyramid has created the lies, and a lot of people below them are on a need-to-know basis. So yeah, there's police and military and a whole bunch of people doing what they consider their job, but they've been misinformed. They've been miseducated. But there's rumors of peace happening. There's rumors of cracks in the structure of the establishment, and the light is getting through. Blessed are the cracked, for they shall let the light in. I think that was a card that I got several years ago from one of my friends. Blessed are the cracked, for they shall let the light in. Well, the cracks are letting the light in. And maybe the crackheads are letting, and I don't mean that crackheads as in crack the drug. I mean crackpots, like the alternative people that believe conspiracy theories and stuff like that. These are people that may be the ones you need to be listening to, because not that all conspiracy theories are true, but some of them are. Some of them are based on fact, and there's no conspiracy about it. It's fact, folks. And And because this stuff is coming out, the probability of good news in our future keeps increasing by the day. The probability of peace breaking out increases by the day. The probability of prosperity being shared by more and more of the common people increases by the day. As we visionaries and activists begin to work together to create something that's positive, and the pieces of the puzzle start being put in place so that real possibilities can become the probabilities and the actual experience that we have together. And yes, I do believe that in our relative near future there will be celebration, there will be a homecoming when we remember who we are. We remember our eternal essence, and we're able to connect the heaven with the earth and the spirit world with the physical world, and they shall be one. And a little child uh, shall play on the hole of an asp, and a lamb shall lay down with a lion, and people will beat their swords into plowshares. These are also prophecies from the Bible. And I'm sure there are similar prophecies in the Quran and in the Bhagavad Gita and some of the other holy writings throughout history, because truthfully there is a golden age coming. And I want you to bear that in mind. And I do thank you once again for taking the time to listen to me as I share about rumors of peace and the probability of good news. Namaste.